All right. So today is Tuesday, April 16th. And what this would be day 47 of my detox. Such as it is. Anyway, so I've done a couple posts since the end of March. My detox was March. And as I've mentioned in previous posts, I think it was relatively successful. Complete abstinence from coffee and other carbs? No. But definitely a learning and I believe a changing of my habits. For sure. So, an update here. Um, with the coffee drinking, there have been a couple days this month where I kind of did go and get a nicer coffee with a treat. But it seems to have been staggered about every 5 to 6 or 6 to 7 days. There was 1 or 2 days, I think, where I had a number of coffees. So I think up to right now, so a little over halfway through the month, I'm about $60 that I spent on coffee and related products like treats and such. Still way ahead of where it was before, which was about 350, but that's still a little high for me. Some of it has been where I've received extra money I don't normally get, or someone gave me a gift card, I think, so I spent it on that. But um, so yes, it's true. In some cases, it wasn't actually my cash, but the whole point is, at some point, if I keep those habits up, and I'm normally spending that much every month, it will be my money. And then because you average that over a full month, that's almost $120 a month, right? And that's way better than it was. Still a third of what it was, but again, that's still. I was hoping to keep it to $50 and under per month, so it's still well above that. And this is money I can use for any of the other fun things we enjoy doing, gambling, or just paying for the high price of gas, or more time, more things put towards more money with my for a budget with my daughter, things like that. So I do want to cut back on that, but I think I've been pretty successful. I find myself second guessing myself when I really want to go and get something um, from a nice coffee shop, or I think the other day I was really hungry and I really just wanted to go get a treat with my coffee. So I think I ended up having like a couple of coffees, probably more than I wanted. Like I made it at home, so it didn't cost me anything, but it was just to kind of get through that. Um, it still happens, and I still have to work on it, and it's every day. Um, so we have a bit of a challenge now, sort of, in that for the last basically since the beginning of March, since my detox, I've had a really solid work schedule. I've had a few days off, but generally at least 4 or 5 days a week working, so I've been able to build in sort of a normal routine. So now I have about next 10 days off, and so that'll be the real challenge. Is to stay away from that. The one thing that's sort of maybe in our favor is we are moving, and so there's one more thing to focus on. Um, had we not been moving, I would have been pretty concerned about being bored. It's April, so I mean the weather's better, but um, the hiking trail I go on isn't open yet, and it's still a little chilly for bike riding. I'm a little baby when it comes to that, so plus a lot of stuff is kind of packed away right now. So I think that's looking all right. It was nice. I did buy, I think on Friday, I did spend $20 on my Starbucks card. That was the first time I put money on my Starbucks app in about 2 months. And I was concerned. The first thing I did when I did that was buy a small coffee. But I haven't used it since until today when I bought a coffee for myself and then the guy at work. So basically, I treated him for coffee. Um, and so that felt good. That's sort of really what I want to use it for. What I'm going to do when I get the rewards, I don't totally know. But I think they actually changed the reward structure, as they say, to give you more options. But of course, to get like the food treats and such, all of a sudden it costs twice as many rewards. Um, so we'll see. Um, Other than that, it's just generally, oh, excuse me, my goodness. Getting up at 4 a.m. doesn't always work for me. Um, so generally, yep, just sticking with the McDonald's coffee, making my own. I had tea the last couple of mornings. That was a good thing. Guy from work, he's gotten me coffee a couple times. Made coffee at work, just trying to remember those habits. You know, when we've gone gambling, they give you free coffee. So I don't need to go to the nice places anymore. I think I'm finding that there's no real benefit. I'm not enjoying it. And I think that's finally clicked. And there's other things I've found to fill my time that actually they're not perfect, right? But online surveys, for example, I've started to do a few of those. They're not hard, and you get a little bit of cash, and so some of that cash can go towards buying coffee or towards gambling or whatever. It's not a huge amount by any means, but it's just a little bit of spending cash again, so I don't dip into all the funds. So saving money is working well. So yeah, I'd say so far so good, and I think that's probably been part of the lack of posting. That is just things are kind of moving along. It's kind of the status quo from day to day, and so I'm pretty happy with where I am. But we'll see how it is as I get through the holiday here. Maybe I'll post again, and we'll just go from that. It seems to. I don't know if this helps me or not. Who knows if anyone's actually going to see these, but I think just kind of putting my thoughts out there, what I'm trying to do, and it feels like I'm keeping myself accountable. Um, who knows if that's actually the case, but yeah, there you go. So we'll leave it at that, and another one's done.